morning and hello. Welcome to day 13 of 21 days to transform your life through your passion, purpose, and power. So if you've not joined before, not watched before, my name is Karina Rick. I am a celestial coach, which means I help high-performing, high-achieving women reach more liberation, true freedom by creating a life that's connected to them, their soul, their passion, their purpose, and their power. All too often, we know and focus on our mental and physical health. That is only one side of the coin. For our ultimate highest expression of ourselves, our best success, our stellar success, comes from understanding mind, body, soul, and spirit. And I do that, and definitely with an abundance of astrology thrown in as well. So we are running a little mini series, just 21 days of me popping on here, doing 15 to 20 minutes of a topic or a theme related to helping you transform, travel further towards, stay on track to your true North Star, your passion, your purpose, and your power. There is the understanding that you're not quite there yet. There is a transformation needed. There is something different. There is a change. There is, you can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. It's insanity. So it's all about how I can help you do that. And yes, you can do 21 days to create a habit. Yes, you can do anything. There's more than enough guidance and support out there that will help you transform your life. But my particular flavor, my magic mix, is all things soul and spirit. Like I said, with a gloriousness of astrology in the mix. Kind of like connection to the cosmos, Mother Earth, and the all of everything is where I am coming from. So today, this is really exciting. I am embracing Mercury retro, and we are streaming into 3 places today, including for the first time live on YouTube. So if you are joining us there, hello. Really, really, really lovely to have you join us. And obviously those of you there in my group, special good morning to all of you. And if you're watching on the Facebook page, hello, and follow and watch more because there's another 12 days that came before this one. So those videos will be up for, I think the default is 30 days. So go in and indulge, have a bit of a Netflix moment on 21 days to transform your life through your passion, purpose, and power in a pretty non-standard kind of way. It's not how I roll. Path less traveled and all that. And before we move into today's topic, which is just such a wonderful, wonderful topic, we are talking about self-care, which is the start of self-leadership. And that's all about reaching and releasing the inner goddess within. We're going to come on to that in a minute. But what I do want to say is that in the feed, in the description, etc., there is a link to Stars and Shadows, which is my event that is starting next Monday, a free event, 5 days, plus some bonus coaching that will dive much deeper. We're just touching the surface here. 15 to 20 minutes each morning on a different topic or related. There's a coherent theme, but we're just touching the surface. If you want to go deeper, then join me next week for Stars and Shadows. That's the abbreviated, friendly term. The real full title, to give it its pedigree title, is The Secrets to Your Shadows, and I'll start again. The secrets to your ultimate success are held within your stars and shadows. And that is what we are doing. We are going all in on understanding energy, celestial and that around you, and also how that subconscious, how that self-sabotage can wear an invisibility cloak, and how you think you're moving forward, you want to, you're doing the right things, you feel that you're doing all the do. The foot's on the accelerator, but actually there's another foot on the brake, and that is because your subconscious is wearing its invisibility cloak and it's holding you back. And we're going to look at that in way more detail next week so that you've got a blueprint, a way of helping yourself that'll be unique to your own situation, help you break free from that self-sabotage, but then also how to harness the energy in and around for even more octane, propelling you even further forward towards your true North Star. So that's what we're doing next week. But I'm not streaming like I am here today, so you do need to register for that, otherwise you won't get to see it. So the links are above, below, etc., all around. So let's talk about leadership starts with self-care, and this is truly powerful on several different reasons, different levels. I want to talk about it because it speaks very, very well to yesterday's Venus in Pisces conjunct Neptune in Pisces. Beautiful placement. We touched on self-care and self-worth yesterday, what we value, that kind of abundance piece, love and abundance piece that comes from Venus. And Neptune is that, there's the soulmate piece, there's the being comfortable with the mystique and the unknown sitting in that. And that's kind of where we're going to go today. There's a definite theme of that coming through with what I'm going to share today. But what I think I should cover off, because I can feel it's bubbling there. So I work with women, high achieving, high performing women that on the outside have everything. They've got the career, they're successful, and they are probably leaders in their own right. But there's something that isn't there for them. There's something missing. They've lost connection to their self. They've lost connection to their true self, or they've been on the rat race, the hamster wheel, doing all things for all people, and suddenly they've realized they left part of themselves behind. Or maybe that it's just not touching a purpose. It is kind of Groundhog Day. They're just able to do what they do because they've been doing it so long. But actually, what do they truly, truly want for themselves? How can they be more themselves? How can they sort of shed those social expectations, the constraints, and what's held them back? Because there's more to give, there's more in them. So no matter how outwardly successful or how on a CV it looks successful, they know they're capable of more, but they've kind of reached this boundary that they can't work through. I said, and we look at soul and spirit to help that happen. But leadership for some will seem almost like not alien, because everyone's aware of what leadership is, but there'll be a rub against using the word leadership. And I want you to be your own leader. I want you to have self-leadership. And I'll come back to explaining why in a minute. But if that is triggering you, if there's something in that language that doesn't feel comfortable for you, either, I couldn't possibly do that, or that isn't for me, or, no, Karina, I'm not sure, then pin that. Try and move on and go with the flow for today. But as part of the journaling questions, which I give you journaling questions every session that we do, come back to that rub. But I'm just going to call it out. If you've had bad experiences of leadership, if you've seen exactly what you don't want to be as a leader, if you have been on the wrong end of poor leadership, and I've seen enough of it, I know just how bad it can be. Don't let the patriarchy win, because not owning your power, not becoming your own leader is going to hold you back, is going to keep you playing smaller than you are capable of. So don't let the patriarchy win, is my, with lots of love, message. So let's just go back. So why does self-leadership start with self-care? For a number of reasons. So first and foremost, you need to have the resilience. And I guess the reason why I'm so passionate about you being your own leader is because if you are tracking towards your North Star, by definition, that means you're going somewhere you've not been before. It's new territory. You can't see every single step of the way. It might be a long journey. There will be peaks and troughs along the way. You can't see, you know, false summits. We're going to carry on with the journey and the exploring metaphor, which I adore. For you to be truly you is going to take a immense amount of self-belief and self-reliance. You know, that bounce back ability, that resilience piece, for you to be able to stick to your North Star plan, you know, wayfaring by the star. That doesn't come easy. And so that leadership angle, that self-leadership, is you leading yourself. So please, please, please park any, I understand them, and I'm not devaluing the experiences you've had of any poor leadership, but that was them. This is you. So you being your own leader is what it's going to take to really step into your highest expression of self, to really truly reach what you're capable of and your highest potential. So we need the resilience, because this isn't going to be easy, and you kind of know that already. I'm not giving anything new there. You know, there'll be a rub already that you're not where you want to be, or you will be feeling the exhaustion, you'll be feeling the fatigue, you'll be feeling the extra energy it takes to be that other thing to everyone else, not be true you. You know, the doing all the things, you know, is exhausting in of itself, let alone if you need to do something different, start something new, really honor yourself, and, you know, change habits so that you can do different things that are going to help move you forward. So resilience is paramount, and that comes from self-care. That is, you know, the very basics, and I guess it's that kind of mind-body piece of the mind, body, soul, and spirit, for sure. It is your sleep, it is your rest and recovery, which rest, by the way, doesn't always mean sleep. Rest doesn't always mean doing nothing. Rest for you might look quite active. It might look like going for a walk, getting out in nature, and that rest is that kind of the replenishment piece that you need. It could also look like chilled out on the sofa. But it's different. It's different things to different people. But it's knowing, what does rest look like for you? Do you do enough of it? And have you got it programmed in for this week? Do you know when you're going to do your rest? You know, deliberately and proactively, in the sense of, you know, having an intention to rest and recover. So that kind of resilience piece. And of course, you know, it is self-care in terms of how you move, how you connect to nature, how you keep yourself hydrated, and you really focus on nutritional density with what you eat. Because for you to be your ultimate success, for you to be in your absolute highest expression of you, you need everything singing to its perfect tune. You know, that resonance, that humming, you need everything there. So resilience comes from self-care, doing all the things that you don't need me to tell you are good for you. They're not an indulgence. They're actually non-negotiables when it comes to achieving your highest expression of yourself, reaching your fullest potential in all your capabilities. So there's resilience piece. Then there's also the self-awareness. So when you do undertake self-care, life slows down. It's an opportunity for life to slow down. And that allows you to tune into you more, which is, you know, listening to that voice within, as paying attention to, well, where is that ache, or where is that tension? Where am I holding that argument I had with a colleague or partner? Or where is that worry, that knot of worry, that I'm just going over and over the same doom story, but I can't break out of it, and I'm now holding it within me. So going inward and having that self-care moment is going to give you that chance to become more self-aware. what is working for you? How much rest do you actually, if you're going to be intentional about this, how much rest do you need? If you look at your week ahead, you've got a really big day tomorrow. So what are you doing the day after to replenish yourself? So that gives you another level of self-awareness and tuning in. And that is the most magnificent way of starting to open the channel to your soul. You know, it is that opening or tuning into your intuition and having the intel. What is my intuition telling me that I need, or I should be aware of, or what's going to help or hinder me right now, or just, you know, and then beyond, you know, if you're going to look at this to, you know, be that connection to the all of everything, which is, you know, how it works. The more you listen to your intuition when an inward focus, the more you'll start picking up on an external focus as well. And then the other piece of, you know, why you need self-leadership, like I kind of mentioned, you know, is that vision. It is that building that self-belief. It is having that self-confidence. If you think of, you know, an example of perhaps a leader that was a positive influence on you, you know, it would be that following them to the ends of the earth kind of territory. But here, this has got to be you following you to the ends of the earth, you taking you to the edge and going beyond, because that's what it's going to take. For you to be achieving everything you're capable of, there's this gap. You can't see exactly every step you're going to take. It isn't planned out for you. There isn't a guide rail. There has to be that leap of faith, that courage and that bravery. And that comes from your self-leadership. But that only happens when you've got all these other foundational pieces in place that come about through self-care. Being the change that you want to see in the world is going to take you to do it first, whatever that looks like. That's leadership. So I understand. I wholeheartedly understand if you have got a bit of a hang up about the word leadership. If you are already open, already experiencing leadership, you're already a leader in the workplace, then this is just an opportunity to really bring it home. Because this is the true empowerment. This is that feeding your soul. And I said, this is the goddess within. And that is the differentiator between, you know, a normal version of good, you know, a socially acceptable version of good, achieving everything, like I said, on the outside, it looks absolutely fine. But when you know deep down there's more, when you know that you could be doing something even different, something more different, something more true to you, that's going to take leadership. That's going to, and we are talking about releasing the goddess within. The whole goddess energy. If you take the archetype of a goddess, you will be instantly thinking and feeling something different than when I use the word leader. But I'm really encouraging you to think about them as one. It's one and the same thing from where I'm coming from in terms of how you're going to take yourself on your journey, how you're going to grow your self-belief, how you're going to grow your self-knowing, your self-reliance, for you to reach your self-actualization. We're wired to do it. We've just got this bit of glitch in the matrix called the subconscious that sabotages it. Oh, and the patriarchy hasn't helped either. But, you know, we are forewarned, we are forearmed, so we are tapping into our goddess, our inner goddess. So as I mentioned, that there is some journaling questions that allow you to really roll with, play with what I've talked about today. So first and foremost, just go back to that point about leadership. What does leadership mean to you, or what does it look like to you currently? What comes up for you from there? What do you love and nurture about you? What do you not? And what are the things that would help you lead? Is that kind of thing? What would give you more belief, more confidence, a clearer vision, a calmness? All of those things. So journal on those. Check out the links, check out the previous videos. Follow me on Facebook, Karina Rick, the Celestial Coach. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, join the groups, and let's see you from next Monday for Stars and Shadows. Take care of you.